Hey Saki, how you doing? Not bad. Still figuring things out, but not too bad. At least we're going into a weekend. I still have to burn my vacation days, and I haven't done that yet. Oh, you're fine. I'm sure running the trap is extremely difficult to do on the road, so I do not blame you at all for the delay. Move this out the way. So I took your. I think I told you last time. I took your points about the making the video available beforehand. I double checked that, so that's up. Um, and I toggled the start recording right after I did start streaming, so I can go back and look at how much of a mess I was. Let's see. Turn that up just a little bit more. Can you hear the game? Or should I turn the game up a little bit more? Okay, yeah, that's all you should be able to hear. There's nothing else in the menu right now. There's music. If you want to hear music, yeah. All right, see this. I did kind of want to go over a topic today. Not kind of. I do want to go over a topic today. So I'll probably broach that a little bit and see if anybody pops in. I was about to say this should be set. Um, but I figured I would jump into the other game I told you about, and I remember we went through the first map. It's a little less intensive. What's up? Set a category. You're probably right. Uh, uh, since I'm playing the game, I should probably do retro. What do you mean it doesn't sound like it's coming out the right way? You mean it sounds like you're catching it from the mic as opposed to the screen itself? Yeah. Let me see. Does it sound better like that? Let me turn it up a bit while I try to figure it out.
15 years later, the shadow of war once again threatens Ishtaria.
Let me know how that is. The audio mixer. Let me turn up desktop audio in the audio mixer in OBS. Alright, tell me if that's better in a second, if you please. How was that? Hmm. It's probably skewed up. Can you hear it relatively clearly, or does it need to come up more, or anything of that nature? Oh. So, if you don't mind my asking, what are y'all doing? Just running errands? Is it already dark there? Because it's actually pretty close to dark here. I guess that'll be our first test, is to see if I can figure out whatever that is. Oh, hey Jess, what's going on? And it'll probably be a little bit before we get to a narration. Well, it'll be after this battle, so it shouldn't be too long. But yeah, just Saki said that my audio sounds off with regard to narration, and I am not quite sure how to fix that yet, obviously. So. I'm pretty sure she is hearing something that I'm doing wrong. So I have to see if I can figure that out. Okay. So let me try. I turned up the desktop audio. How is that now? Probably because, well, I don't have speakers per se, but the speakers are native to the screen itself. And the mic is like right between me and the screen. Gotcha. So the mic should not be picking up ambient noises. So I'll probably have to check the instructions on that more clearly. No, yeah, I see what you're saying. There was an option for it, but I made sure that I set the webcam to no audio, so the audio should just be coming through the mic. And this is why we test. So let's see. No. That's interesting. Let me try getting through this really quickly. So then I'll take my voice is clear, or relatively clear, I should say. Well, that'll probably be where I should get a set of speakers so that output can be from those, and I can put those further away from the mic and not have to go off the screen itself. So that makes sense. Let's see. I'm turning off the mic now. So that is interesting. So you can hear me speak too? Huh. No, I think we changed that yesterday. Or not yesterday, Wednesday. Oh, hold on. You're right. Sorry, I forgot I still had the mic muted. So you can hear me now, but you can hear me separate from the game itself. Okay, cool. That's weird that it sets it. I wonder if I can. Okay, so I have to remember to do that then. I appreciate the help. What am I doing? So, Saki is familiar with this game. I don't know if you are, Jess. But it's a game called Vandal Hearts. It's actually one I've had for like a long time. But it's one that I thought Saki might like to play. And I'm about to get my dude killed already. Uh, Actually, yeah. I'd rather go with him right now. So I actually don't like to fast forward through enemy turns. So I like to see like what they're doing, rather than just see like the effect of their turn. When this one, this game is actually, I would say, pretty fast as far as tactics games go, and it is a fairly good introduction to the genre. Like, it does have a good amount of nuance, but it's not so much where it kind of overtakes you. So what I'm trying to do is do these searchables. So the way this game works, that makes it, well, not different from other tactics games, but actually, you know what? Something that makes this unique to tactics games is that there is a hidden class within the game. It's actually probably the most stupidly overpowered single character I've seen in any game I've ever played. And to access it, you have to like find hidden tiles on the battlefield. Well, not hidden tiles, but find tiles that are stand out because they hold hidden items. And I don't think it happens as early as the first battle, but it's kind of a good conditioning point to like go through and see what you can find. What makes this potentially difficult is the battle condition is to beat this guy that's in the middle of the screen, and your characters will automatically counterattack. Your characters and the opposing enemy are the opposing side character. So like on this map, like right now I'm going for this spot. It seems pretty innocuous, but it's a better weapon, I think, than either of my characters have right now. So the problem I have is he is weak enough right now to where if he attacks either one of these two, they're probably going to counterattack him and they're probably going to kill him. Or, not probably, they will counterattack him and they probably will hit and kill him. And I want to get to this space, which is kind of difficult considering he's going to basically kill himself off in one turn. So I kind of want to do the battle over, but it's also not an important point at this part of the game. It's more just for like instruction's sake. In fact, I'd almost rather let him get killed. Because one way this is forgiven is you basically are just penalized through how much money you make at the end of a battle. Oh, okay, he's gonna go heal himself. That works. But yeah, like you get money for every character or every enemy that you kill in battle, and the only way you're penalized is at the end of every battle. Whichever of your characters didn't survive, you lose money there. He can wait. And I'm gonna see if he's gonna come over or he's gonna continue to pursue. And now that I remember that he's gonna basically like nearly get himself killed. Let's see, Jack is 33. They're both 33, so either one of them is gonna kill him in a hit. But I do want to get rid of this archer so he stops harassing. I'm actually going to pull him out as well. So like I was saying, the battles typically aren't this long. Like I could have finished it 3 turns ago, but I'm just like going for this item in particular. And he's gonna get himself killed. Oh, he's gonna survive. Good. And he's probably gonna run and heal again. And I need one more turn. Sorry about that, I'm just like really used to the game because I played through it a couple of times before. And then I played like a bunch of other games that are similar, so I don't really like have to think about it too much. Oh, he's actually gonna attack like an idiot. Okay, so the battle is over now. So this is the screen I was talking about where you're penalized. So after all the enemies, if any of your characters die, they'll show up on the same screen, and you'll see like how much you're losing per person, which is a value that increases based on their level. Yeah, I don't necessarily have to be paying full attention to this game to do the things I want to do outside of maybe a couple of battles, and after a certain point I really don't need to pay attention. If I need to slow down the text or slow down proceeding the text, let me know, because again I'm also like familiar with the story, so I'll try to keep that in mind. I, however, will not be reading it because I don't feel like it. And I'm not used to that yet. So, as is quickly becoming evident, there is a decent amount of political intrigue, like as a foundation of the story of this game. I wouldn't say it's nearly as complex as like Final Fantasy Tactics, not by a long shot, but it's still like a pretty good story. Voice act dialogue, yeah, that's a little bit soon to be doing, don't you think? I mean, we're still testing things out here. Go ahead and drop us here. It's this time. Thanks, appreciate that. Since that one item isn't really important. If I remember right, I think that first item in the other spot is either an elixir or a mage gem. So one detriment to this game, especially in comparison to something like Final Fantasy Tactics on the whole, whereas Tactics does have a few special maps that you can revisit, every map in this game is a one-off. You cannot revisit any map at any given time, as far as the battle maps. So like, if there's an item you're supposed to pick up, you have to do it the first time you get there. You won't get a second chance. Or if there's some kind of stipulation you have to like fulfill. So, since we got that free light sword though, we can go ahead and put that. We can go ahead and put that on now. And it does have some elements of like other RPGs. Specifically like Shining Force, where you have a limited item pool, so each person can only hold 2 items. Alright, now let's see if the narration is good. So, I don't think it won't let me go to other places. So typically, what you want to do, like any other game, to find out if there's something that like is of interest for you to pick up, you want to go and like go to the bar or tavern, and some of the NPCs will say something that seems innocuous. The dojo is where you do upgrades, and sometimes they'll give you some kind of information too. So here he's talking about the promotion system. And again, this is another place where it's kind of simplistic, relative to like Shining Force or something else. The promotion system, like you might as well promote as soon as you are able to. There's no real benefit, tangible benefit to waiting to promote. Unlike in Shining Force 2, Shining Force 2 specifically, and Shining Force 3, like the deeper you get into the levels, you reset at level 1 when you promote. So it gives you a whole slew of levels to go through again. If you really wanted to grind that out, you don't have to, because it is not necessary, but that option is available. So that it kind of behooves you to wait a little more to promote. Shadow Force 1 is the opposite, because you kind of scaled back your levels or your stats whenever you promote. So it's better to kind of do it as early as possible. And this, it just doesn't matter either way. And there's 7 different classes, as they're saying here. There's Sword, which 2 of the guys that you've seen on my team are. There's Arrow, Hawk, Claw, which is Monk, Hawk is Airman, Mage, Sorcerer, Priest, Sorcerer. Can't remember what the last one is. Yeah, Knight, Armor, Archer. The other dude on my team. So, even though the main character is technically a knight, he is like a unique class. Every other knight can continue on the knight path, or they can go to armor. Same with every archer, they can stay an archer, or they can go to airman. Mages and priests are different in that they can continue either mage or priest, or both go into monk. And they kind of lose their previous spells and get a whole new set of spells if they do so. So here's just like the triangle system part of the groupings. So swords are strong against archers, archers are strong against hawks or airmen, and airmen are strong against knights. And then armor, high damage and high defense, but they can get blasted by spells pretty easily, which the mages are, but mages are also really weak to any physical attack. Monks are kind of the balance, so they're almost like as good as the hero in some respects, but they also don't have, even before you find what he's really capable of, they don't have his like overall versatility. So here they're alluding to the hidden trials that enable you to find the most stupidly overpowered character in a game. And it seems like they're just kind of saying stuff, even though the number 6 is bolded. And I didn't really pay attention the first time I played it. But that's where they're saying, okay, there's actually this whole other aspect to the game. And I guess if I continue with this, I'll show that at some point. Okay, so yeah, the tavern I cannot go to, because I have to go to the HQ. It's interesting. There's actually a bit of. I wonder how I would read this when there's, from what I can tell, about a 2 second, well, 1.5 second delay from what you see on the screen. So I'll be reading ahead of what you actually see. But I guess it would catch up regardless. Testing hee hee. Always with the hee hee. Give the people what they want. Here, how's that? Compromise. Compromise is the foundation of any good relationship, isn't it? Doesn't that sound familiar? I suppose. There is another game I actually really want to play that I don't think I've seen anybody play. And I have not played it myself. A couple of games actually. One in particular is a DS game. And I don't know how I would stream that. I'll have to look into that. That's, I don't know, I've noticed a lot of games I'm interested in. They do have like a lot of, well, I guess you can say that about pretty much any RPG. They have a lot of like political intrigue going on within the game. This game is no different. Alright, the game I'm thinking of is no different, but it is a pretty neat game from what I've seen. So let's see. This is even available. It might not be. Oh, it actually might be. No, this can't be right. That seems outplayed. Weird. That's where you try it and see. Hey Holly, what's going on? So, let me turn down the music. Actually, I'll probably turn down desktop audio now that we figured out that problem. How is that? Better, or should I turn it down more? A little bit better? Okay, let's try. How's it now? Good. Honestly, I should just like submit some of these faces to Ghost Pilot to make emotes out of. I don't think there's any that looks like Mo, if I'm thinking off the top of my head though. Yeah, Duke's up, Mo. So a lot of this is really just color context, instead of like the story of everything. The Royal Ghetto. So you're about to find out why I like how the story of this game goes, because it does not take a long time to kind of throw you into things. And if you look at the portraits, you see the character portraits even change like after, basically after they get killed off in either battle or cutscene. So if you look at how the rider looks now, and then after this happens, look at his portrait again. They did put in little touches like that with the game. Well, I mean, that is a forehead for you. So I guess it could be like that one kid from what, Battle Network. Then Mo turned into that shining head ass emote. I have to remember that for later. Hmm. Even the character sprite has a big ass head. That big head ass boy, the 45-year-old fourth grader. Yeah, I think Dolomoff was hitting a little deep. So, Saki, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna move around the map. Tell me if you see any points on the ground that I should examine. No, you don't have to read. You want me to read? I don't have the right voice for that. Don't you hear how scratched up my voice is? My voice is terrible. Oh, good news is there's no more text, so I don't have to do it anyways. Alright, so in this battle, the quote unquote ring around the rosy here is one of your spots to examine. Oh, will you? And then I have to examine here too. And I believe there's one over here somewhere. The early battles might just have two. And then obviously the two chests. So this would be what they refer to as the wing or the hawk. You see in the top left corner of the. Let's make this full screen, shall we? The top left corner of the bar, the description bar has the wings. So that applies for basically anything that's going to be floating off the ground. These have the bow and arrows to signify the archers, just like him, Diego, and then swords are the knights. Armor will have a shield. Mage has a staff. Priest has the cross. And then monks, I think, can't remember what they have. It's like an ankh. I normally don't go with monks though. Because they're like, it's kind of what you said, like the jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing that does apply to monks. So what you have to give up to like have a monk is honestly not necessarily worth it. I don't want to go there. I don't think I can give items. I should have examined that with Diego. Sasaki, I still want you to like look at some of those games I suggested, especially Sexy Patel. Which I guess since I'm the streamer now, I can show the trailer if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet. And did you get a chance to watch the Sexy Patel trailer? The Sexy Brutal trailer. It's a game I suggested to you. here. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and show that now. Let me save. Yeah, let's stop the emulation. Move this back so I have some room. Okay. So let's see. So this is the game I mentioned. See if it decides to load.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're redshirting you?
It's just a
Can you hear the audio fine? No. Because there is no search history on this computer. Besides games. What's up? Oh yeah, it's very like Neo Electro Swing. Alright. Hope you feel better, Holly. Make sure you rest to get over COVID. Here, I'll play this for a second, because I do really like the theme song. Yeah, you should probably get rest when you have COVID, so.
Eat, play, eat, play, eat, play. Combo! Dave & Buster's Eat and Play Combo is back. get an entree and a game card starting at $19.99. Now through November 27th, only at Dave & Buster's.
So how'd you like the song, Saki?
Sales.
Oh, it's already been an hour. See how this works. Oh, no. Just sort of full screen it. Can close Duck Station. this actually works. That is dope. Oh yeah, since that works, I will definitely be playing this. Oh, I forgot. I should probably stop doing that. I need to set my controls. Interesting. No, I'll just do. No, I'll do it like that. It's very thrown off though. Oh, this is nice. Can you hear this okay? Oh, I was fast forward. Here, let's I knew you were gonna bring that up. I never said I was gonna read, but maybe I could give it a try. Wow, my throat is parched. I don't know if I can do this. You know what? Let's do one more thing. Saki, did you watch Mo play Symphony tonight? And what do you think? Was it something that interested you? Was there anything in particular besides Alucard and Dracula? What is this? I know it does. All the more reason I want you to try those other games I mentioned. Yeah, I don't know if my voice can handle all this voice acting you're expecting. Or reading. However you want to say it. I think I might actually try. I might actually try a raid today. But I guess in the meantime, I can indulge you and at least until our water rate is up. Maybe I can try reading after all. Let's see. The Chronicle Tales of History, engraved by men into the memories of the stars above. The Chronicle searches these engraved histories for a pen that will rewrite them. You deserve to be indulged. It falls to thee to become time's master and carve a path towards the future. Or at least it holds the settings, so that's good. I wonder if I can... The sand engulfed everything. Again, we failed to save the world again. How many times has it been? And how many more will it disappear in the sand like this? I'm tired of all this, my sister. As am I. But we cannot give up. We must succeed in this. If we don't, yes, you're right. We have to do this. But can we really save the world? Astronomy out level now. See, this is why I shouldn't read. How's that? Is that better? But can we really save the world? I don't know, but we must have faith for now. Come, let us start again. Yes, let's start over. That's what our power is for, at any rate. This time, the true history will be written. The continent of Vancouver. Vancouver. I think I'll go with Vancouver. A world of decay where everything is swallowed by the sand. A strange phenomenon is spreading from the site of an empire that met its downfall centuries ago. As the desertification approaches from the west, a fierce war rages over what fertile land is left. To the east is Alistar, facing the grave threat of the Western nation's aggression. It is here that an intelligence agent of Alistar is about to undertake a mission of critical import. The most skilled agent of special intelligence, he is clad in red and rides in the darkness. His name is Stock. How was that? Do you find yourself sufficiently indulged? For now, she says. Prompt as always. No need for the small talk. What do you want, Heist? I can tell that you like the music here, Saki. Prompt and blunt. Well, that's fine. I'm willing to let results trump manners. I have a mission for you, Stock. It's been some time since we went to war with Grenor. Maybe that's what I was trying to figure out. That ain't it. So I think I probably want to emphasize top, but not that much. Four times. Four times ain't it either. It's going to be kind of hard because this is technically a DS game with the dual screen. So, outside of maybe... No. I think I'd have to adjust it in OBS. And I'm not entirely sure how to do that yet. Without doing the whole... let me, sorry, Saki, let me change the, stream title too. I forgot about that. You didn't remind me of this, Saki. I see how people forget this now. I don't need to share to go live notifications. You are fine, Saki. I just always like tugging your pigtails, as it were. It's been some time since we went to war with Grenor. Let the record show you did not forget. I will keep that in mind. I hear our situation worsens by the day. You hear right. Grenor's land, in particular the area near the Imperial ruins, has faced the worst of desertification. They are desperate to claim any land they can that will yield a harvest. It's a problem, to be sure. Our little special intelligence group has been sending agent after agent into Gnorg. And lately they keep coming at Cropper against an unexpected state of affairs. Now it's happened again. An agent with important intel on the enemy's armaments is in a sticky situation. Which brings us to your mission. Rescue this agent and escort him safely back to Alistar. A rescue mission ought by rights be an army job. Unless, of course, you catch on quickly. The rendezvous point is west of Lasville Hills. Another operative has been tasked with escorting him there, even if it costs him his life. I doubt you need telling, but settle this before the military higher-ups catch wind. They've been eager to do away with special intelligence for quite a while. Indeed, they seem to delight in snatching results from us. So, no backup, the military mustn't know, and there's a time factor. You're my only man who can get it done under the circumstances. The only one I trust. I'll get it done alright. You need to worry about that. That's what I like to hear. I'm assigning 2 subordinates to you for this job. Why? I don't need even one. If I'm the sole survivor again. If that's what you're worried about, then you'd best learn to make use of their talents. If you can't do that, then don't think of them as subordinates. Consider them tools instead. They're waiting outside for you. Tools, huh? What are these talents? You're the agent, aren't you? Find out yourself. That's another skill you'll need to succeed. Moreover, there's more. I'm entrusting you with this. An old book. It's called The White Chronicle. White Chronicle? I've never heard of it. It's blank. Don't worry about it. You may need it on the mission. What? Why? Oh, never mind. Just think of it as a lucky charm for now. It may not help, but it certainly can't hurt, can it? Fine. I'm off then. I can't save it yet. I'll be waiting, Stock. Hurry and find your way to where I've reached. Oh, he's coming out. So these must be them. Hey there. Nice to meet you. Are you the two subordinates Heist said will be working under me? Yes, that's us. My name is Marco. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm Rainey. Good to meet you. Alright. Can you two fight? What are your specialties? Of course we can fight. I'm good with spears, and I can use a few spells. I'm a skilled swordsman, and sometimes healer. You could also count observation as a specialty. I'm Stock. Yeah, Heist told us. From what I hear, your Heist is a golden boy in special intelligence. You're just as aloof as Heist said you'd be. But I like it. It's how a man should act. Not like these ponces that blabber on and on. Glad you approve. I too am relieved to have an understanding CEO. May our partnership be fruitful. But leaving that aside, Sir Stock? Just Stock's fine. Well then, Stock. Why don't we get to business and hear the mission details from you? It's a lift. We're headed west of Laswell Hills to meet with the target. Oh, is that all? Piece of cake. Not this again. You always jump to conclusions on the barest information, Rainey. So when have I ever been wrong? Well, your streak can't last forever, from what I've gathered so far. The Glenorg army has advanced to near Laswell Hills. Is that true? I mean, Laswell Hills is just to the south of here. It can't be long now before they invade Alistar. Our target is a spy who's been investigating Glenorg. Heist claims this man has intel on the enemy's armaments. That's good stuff. If we had that, we could turn this war around. You can't blow this one, huh? That's right. Do you suppose we'll be engaging Glenorg soldiers? That's why he's sending me. I do agree, I like the art of this. I've seen somebody play this game like years ago. And I remember some stuff, but yeah, there's very little to dislike, I think, about this game. It has a whole lot of things that it does in ways you don't see in RPGs. Or in games in general, deviating from the normal course. I see. Heist must really have a lot of faith in you, huh? Giving you such an important mission and all. Well, I don't know about that. In any case, we need to devote all our effort to the mission. What's going on? Is the White Chronicle glowing? Oh, hey, what's going on, Jade? What is this? What am I watching? I am currently reading at the behest of Saki. Are those two Rainey and Marco? No. Are they dead? What's going on? What is this? So we're doing just a couple of test streams. We did one Wednesday. This will help with my streamer stamina with the hee again. So Saki and Holly were gracious enough to help me with my test stream on Wednesday, which lasted 50 some odd minutes. And Saki has been helping me again today. What I saw just now. What's wrong, Stock? You suddenly went all quiet. You're not cross because Rainey spoke out of turn. How are you doing today, Jade? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Enough chit chat, I think. Let's head out. Oh, wait a sec. Heist left us some money for this mission. We're only subordinates, so you should hang on to the money stock. Let's hit the shops and gear up for the mission. You never know what might happen during the job. What might happen? The vision I saw earlier of these two. No, I have to put it out of my mind. Focus on the mission. And correct, and Jess helped as well. You're right, we need to be fully prepared before we depart. Saki and Jess helped. Thank you both. Let's go. And we have 2 new party members, in Rainey and Marco. Field Marshal Viola is Alistair's greatest soldier. She is also called the Valkyrie. She's always out on the front line, commanding her troops. It doesn't seem like they have extra dialogue. This is the office of Field Marshal Viola. She's really in though. This is Heist's room. What's the matter? Get to your mission. Ah, there's a save point. This is General Hugo's office. If you don't have business here, then move along. This is Lieutenant General Raoul's office. Raoul. Currently, Lieutenant General Raoul is away from his desk. So, Saki, should I add this to the list of suggestions for you? Ugh. Maintenance of the lift was completed without a hitch, sir. The lift is currently 100% operational, sir. This castle is a central hub of Alistair. General Hugo and Lieutenant General Raoul's offices are on the 3rd floor. The 2nd floor houses the offices of Field Marshal Viola and Heist. I wouldn't say that necessarily, Saki. This is a whole lot of reading. Are you feeling a little wiped out too, Jade? Hey there, can I take your order? Everything's delicious here. I'm not here for the food, I'm here for the girl behind the counter. Yeah, if you're feeling kind of wiped, you probably should get some rest, Jade. Holly said the same thing earlier. Seems like everybody's kind of wiped out, getting sick. And there's that point in the year. You know Major Rosh? He's got a machine for a left arm. They say Major Rosh is the strongest soldier in Alston. And this is where meals are prepared for soldiers in the castle. It's always packed with people. You must eat a lot, and you must drink a lot, or else you'll never be a great warrior. Yeah, I think I'll slow down on the reading a bit, because I don't talk this much at my normal job. I barely talk this much when I'm a bartender. Most enjoyable in the game? Yeah, I would agree. Oh, didn't you see what Rainey said? Gosh, shouldn't have talked that much anyways. Even more elite just hanging around. I think it's really just more like the amount of talking, because I'm not used to that at all. Gotta get oxygen back into the brain, since it's all leaving every time I open my mouth. But it is a good point to stop and try a raid. And what I might do is I might try again a little bit early tomorrow. Yeah, we're good. No raid, just regular raid. But I might try again early tomorrow, because there actually is a couple of topics I wanted to talk about. Namely, just diving down the rabbit hole a bit of what's going on with Twitter is kind of what I wanted to discuss. And the potential implications or decision trees or whatever you would like to call it that might arise over the next period of time with Twitter. So, do I raid from OBS or do I raid from Twitch itself? That is the question. I do see the quick actions. Ooh, hit the mic. Say raid channel. So, let's do that. And who are we gonna raid? Okay, Saki, since you've been of enormous help, should I raid Salila, who's just coming on, Z-Fan, I was actually looking at raiding. I was waiting for him to get off break. There's Nathan too, but I don't necessarily want to do that. I don't want to raid like huge people or quote unquote relatively huge people. So, do you think it's Lila or do you think Z-Fan? I'm kind of leaning towards Z-Fan. Yeah, let's do Z-Fan. And start raid. So, Saki, thanks again for all your help. I hope you enjoyed the reading, for what it's worth. Me and my trash ass reading. But we'll see if I pop on again tomorrow morning. I don't need even a whole raid now button, so the raid is ready, I would assume. Let's go.